Hello, Pastor Tony. How are you
Yes.
this morning for you, evening for me?
Oh, I am fine. I'm fine, Martina. Good evening that way.
Yes, yes, thank you. So, for those who are listening in when the video is published, I am coming to you. This is April 25th. I am in British Columbia, Canada, and I'm actually at the Sunshine Coast where it's raining and raining and raining. Where are you coming in from, Pastor Tony?
Yeah, I'm coming in from Africa, actually, specifically East Africa,
Hmm.
in a country called Uganda. And in Uganda, I am in the central part of Uganda, just near the city. And the
Hmm.
place is called Mukono.
Okay, I'm not going to try to say that, I don't think, even though I feel challenged. Mukono? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, exactly,
Really?
exactly. Mm.
Mukono. Okay, well, thank you for sharing with us where you're from and what is your weather like there?
Right now, it is raining outside, and it has been raining since midnight.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, it is raining constantly. The water levels in the rivers have gone very high. Places
oh.
are flooding so much, really. And the place is cold for now.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, so we're both experiencing rain, even though yours seems to be a lot more than ours. So, but yes, so there are a few questions I have for you. And we are actually going to talk about about your involvement with Talking with Jesus Ministries, which was founded by Reverend Cyprien Africa, and we just want to let the people know more about the ministry and the I'm going to say the subsidiary because Jesus Encounters World Changer is a program, a ministry under Talking with Jesus Ministries. So to begin with, then, Pastor Tony, you are a graduate of one of the programs that Talking with Jesus Ministries runs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that? What was it like for you?
I have graduated with a diploma in Christian ministry from Christian Leadership School of Impartation,
Hmm.
which is run by Talking with Jesus Ministries under Reverend Cyprien Africa. I completed that actually in 2020. And right now I'm pursuing a bachelor degree with the same School of Impartation.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm almost halfway done, yeah, with the bachelor degree program. Mhm.
Wonderful. That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
And is there a doctorate in the future?
Ah, I will try. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I will try to go for that. Reverend is always encouraging me to
Oh,
study more. He's always giving me,
okay.
uh, yeah, really
Yeah,
encouragement to keep
yeah,
studying. Mm.
yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, and so then you are now the pastor of Peleh World Christian Faith Ministries. How did you get started in this ministry?
Well, it all started when I joined Christian Leadership School of Impartation
Mm-hmm.
under Talking with the Jesus Ministries. When I met Reverend Cyprian, um, he just actually looked at me during our studies and how he was training me, and he said, "You talk like a pastor. You seem to be having the calling
Mm-hmm.
to pastor the church." So when I completed the training, he came actually up to Uganda. He had a conversation with me and said, "You know what? We need to start the ministry, a ministry in Uganda, the branch of Talking with the Jesus Ministry in Uganda."
Mm.
So yeah, then I accepted and I said, "Fine, we can start it." Then we had to go through the normal process of registration
Mm-hmm.
in Uganda here. And so I had to take him to different offices of the government where registration is done. And
Mm-hmm.
talking with Jesus Ministry paid for the registration.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we finished the registration, then later also he organized this the ceremony of ordination for me. So he ordained, talking with Jesus Ministry, ordained me and gave me certificate of ordination. And
Mm.
there he told me, okay, now you can start from here.
Mm. So it sounds to me like Reverend Cyprien came to visit you then, because
You
you
have
said
all the
it
certificates.
took him.
So
Oops, sorry. We must have had a. If, you may have been frozen, or I was frozen for a little bit. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying there.
no, I just said what happened is that when Reverend Cyprian from talking with the Jesus Ministry came and met me in Uganda at the
Okay.
start of the ministry,
Yeah.
we had to go, and I had to take him to different offices where
Mm-hmm.
we are supposed to do registration for the
Okay.
ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I accepted to work with him
Mm-hmm.
to open the branch and to open the branch of Talking with Jesus Ministry in Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, the first thing to be done was to go through the registration process. And Talking with Jesus Ministry paid for all the cost of the registration
Okay.
with the government. Then we got all the documents required.
Mm-hmm.
And also Talking with Jesus Ministry came and ordained me. They gave me certificate of ordination.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, he told me, okay, now you can start from here. This is the start of the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we were registering, the name Talking with Jesus Ministry was not really was not accepted by the government.
Uh-huh.
So we had to get another name,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Peleh World Christian Faith Ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it all started. When I got the documents and I got the ordinations, then we
Mm-hmm.
started the church.
Well, congratulations for getting everything in order.
Sure.
And so, is um, is that something new in Uganda, where churches get registered and where everything is done on the up and up? Can you talk about that a bit?
No, it's actually the right thing we did, but most churches actually during that time of registration, we discovered from the government computer that 68% of the Pentecostal and evangelical churches in Uganda are not registered by the government.
Mm,
And we are among the few who are fully registered and operating legally.
mm, mm-hmm,
It is one of the requirements in when we are going through training with Talking with Jesus Ministries.
mm-hmm,
That is one of the things that they tell us to do, that you have to comply with the government regulations before you start the ministry.
mm-hmm.
And currently, the government already, they're trying to start a new law which is going to regulate the Pentecostal churches. And when you are not registered, they can easily close you down. And
Oh,
I feel I am on the safer side now. Mm.
yes, yes, yes. That sounds good. So you're doing the right thing. You're exercising wisdom under the
Yes.
direction of your mentor.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, how did you experience the training and the education that you received through Christian Leadership School of Impartation? I'm sorry, I just forgot for a second what that was. What was your
Yeah, yeah.
training like?
The training was a bit tedious because I do the training while working. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the father of my children. Then I'm a husband. Then again I'm employed.
Mm-hmm.
Then again I'm a student. So the whole thing was I had to fix time here and there to make sure that I complete the training which I've started, because success is completing what you have started. So
Exactly.
yeah, when I completed the diploma, I was so happy, but I didn't want to start the degree program because I knew how difficult it is to read so many pages of books, and then you have to type the answers. Then
Yes.
sometimes Reverend again rejects it and tell you to redo it and make sure
Oh,
it is.
okay.
And so I didn't have enough time because of the employment I'm doing, working with private companies. Most of the time, they
Mm-hmm.
don't give you time.
Yes.
But I went through, and my experience is that it opened my mind. The training actually opened my mind into a new way of understanding, especially the area of the four keys to talking. I mean, the four keys to hearing God's voice.
Yes.
It was totally a new thing to me, which I've been in my Christian work, I had not yet experienced it before. So that
Mm-hmm.
book and that lesson, that totally was a game changer for me, and
Mm-hmm.
it made my spiritual life uh, change a lot from that time for the
Mm-hmm.
last few years since I got in touch with it. And I'm really happy with the training with Talking with Jesus Ministries, and
Mm-hmm.
especially that particular area. It has become my core teaching now, my core belief that I influence people, teach them, talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm talking to people to join Talking with Jesus Ministries, I only talk about mainly the four keys to hearing God's voice,
Okay.
which I am, because I'm very sure they have not experienced such thing before, just
Right.
the way I was. Mm.
Right. 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 I appreciate what you're saying because I'm a student as well of Christian Leadership University, and that was my first course, right? The
Mm.
Four Keys to Hearing God's Voice. And there's something else I wanted to add because you talked a little bit about the stress of having so many hats, right? Being a father, you work, you're a husband, you have the church and you have prayer time, and somehow in there you need to carve out study time. And as a student myself, I understand that. Some of the courses have taken me over a year to finish because there was so much other stuff that came at me that that needed attention. And it really, I don't know about you, but this, what happened to me is that I became more, what's the word I'm thinking of? More, less demanding, right? Because I wanted everything done like today. Whereas, I had to wait, and it was like, it was all the Lord's timing. And then, I had, like you were saying, redo things, and how frustrating. I was so frustrated with myself, but I learned more about being compassionate and being more surrendered to leadership and so on and so forth. Is that something that happened to you as well?
Yeah, actually, it is my wife who has been encouraging me that make sure
Mm,
you go for it, make sure you finish it, make sure you don't
yeah,
give up.
yeah.
But me, sometimes I was feeling like, why am
Mm-hmm.
I studying again like this? I think diploma is enough now to pass
Mm-hmm.
the church. My
Mm-hmm.
wife said, no, you can doctorate. I want you to go for bachelor, for masters, go for doctorate. You have to keep studying, and it is important for you.
Mm-hmm.
So she has always encouraged me when I'm almost giving up.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Reverend Cyprien always just talked to me and said, you know what? Just take only 30 minutes per day. Just 30 minutes to read and type something. Read and type something within 30 minutes, and you stop. Don't overstress for each day, and you
Yeah.
will not feel it so much. So it has worked for me also.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, if you do it consistently without missing a day, at least 30 minutes every day, you will not feel the weight. But when you miss several days and then you want to recover, that's when you will feel the weight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wisdom. Yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes I really miss a lot of time. Yeah. So, so then it's something that I think in some of my interviews with people, I've talked about how being a pastor is challenging. Being a Christian is challenging. Being a student is challenging. Being a father is challenging. I'm adding that to the conversations I've had. And so then, as you are wearing all those hats and yet fulfilling the call that's on your life, what was your greatest challenge that you could share with the audience that the Lord, that your mentor, Reverend Cyprien, has helped you get through?
Wow, that is very good questions. You see, um, all along, I really desired to serve God and many, just like a pastor, or to open a church. But my greatest challenge, one of the greatest challenge, was how to start it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was always having that fear of what if I have started it, and because the challenges that comes with the pastoring is a lot.
Yes.
And then I knew that when I start to be a pastor, there are going to be so many demands on me, and
Mm-hmm.
then will add on my weight. So that
Mm-hmm.
means I need to start it when I'm sure there's going to be some assistance. Someone is going to help me go
Yeah.
through the spiritual challenges,
Yeah.
financial challenges, physical challenges, social
Mm-hmm.
challenges. So to start it alone, I was scared. So when Reverend Cyprian came into my life and encouraged me and started to pick up some of the challenges,
Yeah.
it really helped me. So the first challenge was the start of the ministry, how to start it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as study is concerned, I think I've talked about those challenges already.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second part of the challenge, which I went through, or which I'm still going through, is as soon as the church was established, it began to grow very fast. And then growth comes with the demand.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, growth. And if we don't cope up with the rate of growth, then the growth might stall.
Yes.
Yeah, when people are coming in so many, you need to make sure you meet their needs spiritually, because
Yes.
that's what they're coming for. And then you need to meet them, then you need to avail time for them
Yes.
and make sure that you meet what they expected. Try to meet their expectation. Otherwise, they will go away again.
Mm-hmm.
And always when something new starts, everyone want to go there to check what is there. And
Yes.
if they don't find what they're coming for, they will leave. Mm.
Right.
Yeah, now the challenge that I got was that so many people came in within 16 months when we began the church. We are over 77 people who have joined the church,
Wow.
and all of them with different challenges. Like some of them are orphans, some of them have dropped out of schools, some
Mm-hmm.
of them have they don't have uh, they want to go back for a cause. All of them explain to me their problem, and they want me to pray for them, and they expect that I will help them with in
Yes.
some way. But I always pray and encourage them. I say, no, be hopeful. Let's work hard. God is there, and things will work out one day. Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry. So my work is to impact you spiritually and change your mind, because as a man thinketh in his mind, so is he. So I kept on changing their mind, changing their mindset, and talking to them, making them hear God's voice. So that is the challenge, because people come with different expectations and they want results. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and from when as I'm listening to you, it makes sense, and I'm very glad you're sharing it because anyone listening who is either going to consider planting a church, who has a calling on their life to plant a church, or someone who's already in training to start a church, to plant a church, right? They would appreciate your honesty, right? Because
Right.
even the Lord is asking us to count the cost before we enter into something. And so as you are sharing your testimony, your challenges, and next you're going to share your blessings, people who are going into the ministry will have a true idea. Maybe true idea is not the word. They will have a more realistic idea as to the workload, as to the challenges that they might face.
Surely, it's true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, what about your greatest blessing, though? There must be a blessing in there somewhere, isn't there?
Surely, surely. Now, my greatest blessing is that I am doing now exactly what I wanted to do with my life.
Mm,
Because you see, uh, if you have, if you are to pursue something and you have money and passion, then better choose to pursue your passion than money, because your passion will give you fulfillment before you
Yes.
die.
Yes.
And all my passion was always to serve God's people, to pastor the church, to to win souls for Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been my passion. And now that I have the ministry, I have the church, I
Mm-hmm.
have people like Reverend Cyprien and Talking with Jesus Ministry behind my back to
Mm-hmm.
back me up with whatever materials I need for the
Yeah.
for for the ministry, because they have given me. I use a lot of materials from Christian Leadership University into
Yes.
training and teaching
Mm-hmm.
in the church. Just the normal preaching in the church, I use the material from there.
Uh-huh.
So I feel now, there's no any time in my life since I became born again, like 27 years ago. There's been no time when I'm more fulfilled with what I'm doing for God than now. I am now more fulfilled. I'm now more happy because I have
Mhm.
the ministry and I'm doing what I wanted to do
Yes.
with my life, for God.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that is a
You
beautiful
know,
blessing.
some people accept to be pastors, and they do it with when they're pulling themselves into it. They're not happy because
Mm.
of the challenges coming. But me, I'm enjoying the challenges because I'm pursuing my passion. It is exactly in line with my passion.
Yes.
So that means I don't feel that challenges so much. I don't feel the pain
Yeah.
because I'm not doing something which is outside what I wanted, really.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That is my greatest blessing.
Yeah. So I totally hear you. It's like as you're giving out, you're being filled, right? You're continually being filled because you're um, you're not operating out of dryness, but you're
Mm.
operating from the infilling of the Holy Spirit. And as you give that out, you're receiving more and more, which is where your strength comes in, which is where your joy comes from.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. So then, how equipped are you to serve the church? And again, this is relating to the training that you received. And I suppose my personal interest is um, for the practical experiences that you received as you were being trained. So, how equipped are you to serve the church? First through the academic side, and then through the practicum side.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I feel for now, looking at the level of the church.
Oh, you're frozen. It's Yeah, you're frozen right now.
Sorry.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you're okay. You're back
Mhm.
now. Yeah, you were frozen
Mhm.
there for a bit. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry, you're frozen
um,
again. Oh, there you
somebody,
are. Yeah, go ahead.
somebody is
There you are.
disturbed. Yeah. So, I am equipped to really serve God and serve the church. One, the training equipped me with the knowledge, which I never had before.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, I think you're frozen again.
then the training equipped
Okay, yeah.
yeah, the training equipped me with the materials for
Mm-hmm.
the work
Yeah.
of serving the church.
Mm-hmm.
The training equipped me with the um, really the spiritual insight, because before the training I didn't have so many, I didn't know so many things. Serving God, when you are excited to serve him, you read the Bible, then you interpret it. But
Mm-hmm.
now I interpret the Bible both spiritually and intellectually,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore I actually have more knowledge. Recently I was in a training somewhere, and I stood up and explained to them the eschatology And they were like, hey, the way you explain eschatology is so different. I said, because I went to school
Yeah.
and I studied this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And so I encourage other pastors to go to school too,
Mm-hmm.
in that training. So spiritually, I am equipped, at least to this extent for now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then physically, talking with Jesus Ministry, they have supported me a lot. When they came and opened this ministry in Uganda,
Mm-hmm.
they also physically they built for us a temporary structure which is made out of iron sheet, and it is good. It can accommodate up to around 190 people.
Mm.
Yeah, and that was a big challenge, of not having the structure. Because I started when the ministry started, I began bringing the congregation in my car garage.
Oh,
For the first 9 months, we
yeah.
first stayed in the car garage.
Wow.
Then, but then the people were full up to outside, and others were in the sunshine outside. Then we shifted under mango tree. Then from there, talking with Jesus Ministry came, and then they said, "Let us support you." We built a
Mm-hmm.
temporary structure somewhere. So we have now put it, and it is complete. So that one, it has equipped me more. Yeah. So at least we are moving on. And I believe when I finish my bachelor degree, I will have got more knowledge and more equipped into serving God
Amen.
in this. Mm.
Amen. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. So, have you heard of the Jesus Encounter World Changer training that Talking with Jesus Ministries offers?
Yes, I heard about it, and I'm always following. I'm always following you on Facebook, and I try to find out what is it all about. I'm always interested into hearing what you explain,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a more deeper training, and I think it must. I don't know how much people pay, but it must be expensive because you explain very deep, and you go into a lot of details. But I always just try to follow. I have not yet entered into the training, but
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook I follow Jesus Encounters training.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, this may surprise you, but
Hey.
so Jesus Encounter World Changers is
Mm.
uh, was set up to help people who cannot afford to pay for training.
Oh.
Okay, the people have the heart to plant churches. They have a heart to become pastors, but they have no financial means to do that. And so the people that go through the application process, they are able to get partial or full scholarships, depending on where they're at, right? Like Reverend Cyprien, he looks at every person individually, looks at their situation and their capabilities, and yeah, and we came up with an idea where people who cannot afford financially to pay for the training, that they could give volunteer hours in their community, right? That
Mm.
will, so they are at least doing something. It's when you get something for nothing, you don't really respect it. But when
Sure.
you get this training, even on a scholarship, and you're giving back into your community, it is very helpful that way, and it builds their self-esteem, right? It gives them a sense of, you know what, I'm earning this, and even though I don't have to give any actual money, I can do something for my community, which is like a practicum, which is exactly what the people want to do anyways, right? In their heart, they want to serve their community, they want to
Mm.
serve their people. So, did
Wow.
you know this?
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
I, I didn't
yeah.
know. I was actually I was misquoting Jesus Encounters. And I
Mm.
thought it's some very expensive training, and where
Oh, okay.
oh,
Okay.
yes,
So
but I'm happy to.
it's excellent training. There are 6 courses that are being taught. They are Christian Leadership University courses as well. And so the people are getting nothing but the best, just like you have described already, right? The courses have benefited you, they have benefited me,
Mm,
and so they also will be starting out their churches, the churches that they're planting, on a firm foundation.
mm, that's right.
Okay. So anytime you hear of someone, even in your community, who has a heart for ministry, who'd like to step out and go into the bush, go into the little towns or villages, you know to refer them to Reverend Cyprien, or even on our Facebook group, we have the application. It's right attached there, and people can take the application from there and apply, and then email it to us, and then I'll pass it on to Reverend Cyprien, and then they'll be considered.
Okay, okay, I will do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've even talked about how, and I shouldn't say we. I mean, this was started by Reverend Cyprian, and then I came along and joined him, um, and because there are so many refugees in the world, right? And how is a refugee who has
Mm,
a calling of God on their life, but no safe place to live, but maybe they have the ability to do some online studies, right? They could apply
mm,
for this program as well. Okay, and it's available to people from all over the world. It's international.
mm, mm. Okay,
Well,
that is
thank you
good information.
for yeah, thank you for listening and allowing me to explain it a bit. I am in the process of redoing the orientation video, which hopefully I'll get done tomorrow, and I
Mm,
will be posting that in the Facebook group again. So, yeah.
okay.
So then, as we're getting ready to close, with what I just shared about Jesus Encounter World Changer training and the experience that you have with talking with Jesus Ministries and Christian leadership, um, help me out. What is it? Christian
Christian Leadership School of
Leadership
Impartation.
School of
School
Impartation.
of
I don't
Impartation.
know. That's twice today. I forgot the name. So for anyone listening, would you recommend that they apply and check out the opportunities that we offer?
Well, I would greatly recommend really that anyone who really is interested in serving God the right way, the better way,
Mm-hmm.
and should get equipped with the knowledge because my
Mm-hmm.
people perish because of lack of knowledge. That's what the Lord said.
Yes.
And therefore, you may be anointed, you may be filled with the Holy Spirit, but then you still need knowledge.
Right.
And Christian Leadership University, the materials they're providing, and what Christian Leadership School of Impartation, talking with the Jesus Ministry, Jesus Encounters training program, all these, they are really having good equipment for us who want to serve God in
Mm-hmm.
as pastors and as leaders in the church. They
Mm-hmm.
have really very good materials. And some of us who join, we are not regretting. We are now applying the knowledge we have got, and the church is moving on very well. And we are not regretting. Everything is really moving on well for now.
Mm-hmm.
The challenges will always be there. Yeah, but
Yes.
then the training will equip you The training will equip you with the physical knowledge, spiritual knowledge, social, economic, and
Yes.
and all this intellectual knowledge, so that we
Hmm.
do it the right way. We
Hmm.
serve God the right way.
Hmm.
And I really thank God for the training offered by your ministry together with the Reverend Cyprien.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I do appreciate you saying that, and I just want to clarify that I'm an assistant to Reverend Cyprian, and
Mm,
I help him from the other part of the world. So I really enjoy helping with social media, and I do answer some of the emails, and like you have seen. I do the interviews and some of the videos. So I really, really enjoy helping the ministries, and I enjoy helping Reverend Cyprian.
thank
So,
you.
was there anything else you'd like to say before we end this interview?
Well, not much. I just want to say thank you, Talking with Jesus Ministry. Thank you, Reverend Cyprian. Thank you, Martina, for the commitment that you have got, the vision that you have got to offer this training affordably to all of us who are interested in serving God and getting knowledge. You have made it so affordable. You have made it so available. We do it at the comfort of our homes and work and our workplaces.
Yeah.
And you are always available in teaching us and getting onto videos, getting on video conferences, getting
Hmm.
into WhatsApp, guiding us into making sure that we get this knowledge into as detail as possible. So
Hmm.
I want to say thank you, because you're making us serve God a better way. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you always serving.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Lord, for allowing us to serve you and to get the word out of how everyone can be trained, everyone can plant churches throughout the world with a solid foundation and with support where they're not feeling abandoned and left to themselves. So thank you so much for speaking with me. Thank you for this interview. And we may be doing this again in the future. So many blessings.
Amen. Bless you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.